Okay,
Okay,
no problem.
recording has been started. So, we're taking a look at the people we're dealing with here, team composition type of deal. I think we went over this last time. So, we got a Genji, so automatically, right, Nano Blade's probably going to be the thing that we're going to want to go for most of all here. Sigma is probably not going to want a Nano. What was the other support here? Mercy, yep. Not Mercy, they're nanoing
Hey,
Mercy.
Juggernaut, it's good to see you. Wait, do you go to RNP Pugs, right? RNP Pugs? Guess not, maybe.
Oh, that was awkward. Yep, but
They got a Pharah spamming. Okay. Okay, I can't see you. Ryan charging in.
okay, really gotta watch our front lines. Make sure we're paying attention to
Oh,
both our tanks, because usually our front line's gonna be where we're taking the bulk of damage. Right, they're in the most danger, so we always have to be paying attention to them. Okay, nice sleep. Okay, watch the spam jumping, as that's been something that I've noticed a little bit. Not, we might have mentioned in the past, but just spam jumping's not good because it makes you very easy to get headshots. So don't hold down your jump button, and then that's not like going to be a huge big thing, but it is a, something to just work on and try to get out of the habit of doing. Okay, coming up on our ultimate, we should be pressing tab right about now, seeing what our Genji's at. Okay, Genji does have his ult, right? So as soon as we get it, we're probably looking for the nano
I
blade.
don't have ult yet, Kenji, but as soon as I get it.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Right, yep, so just keep in mind, every time we're like 80, 90 with our ultimate, we're thinking about how we're trying to use it.
Okay, fall back, we're down.
Okay, good self-need.
Okay, are we ready to nano blade? Dash up. 3, 3, 2, 1, dash up.
Get in there.
Okay, very nice. Good communication with it. Alright, good communication with the blade. I think we were a little like out in the open there and pushed forwards, which meant that we were out of position. So as soon as we got off that blade, make sure that we're, paying attention to what's around us, because I think they had pushed up on the point, and then we just were too far forwards.
Your Ana's walking back, get a health pack. You just have mercy.
My servants never die.
All we need is mercy.
You're covered.
Zarya on mini. Watch out for Mercury on point. Mercy.
I'll rest.
Mercy, beat the mercy, okay? Alpha mercy.
Don't gas her up like that, bro. Don't gas her. I can touch.
Okay, no. Stop. Fall back.
My damage spell is upon you.
Oh, sir.
You want
Right now we want to be repositioning onto the high ground, right? That high ground's going to give us a really good angle to where we can accomplish things from by getting nades, sleeps off. We can heal the people on high ground, which 3/4 of our team is high ground.
I don't think I have time.
I've seen worse. You're going to live.
Had a lag spike.
Yep. I think the hesitation also didn't help there, right?
Yeah.
Just go for it straight up rather than waiting.
Then yeah, now I'm like in a bad position. I should be. Yeah.
Well, I think even staying up on the bridge there is a fine position. Right? We can heal people below us if we need to, but we can also get nades and sleeps from there if we need to.
Give me today.
Yeah, I'm not denying that would have been better, but I just hesitated. I can't.
Well, I'm saying like we also jumped off the bridge, so.
Let's just wait a bit.
All right, yep. Make sure we're pressing tab after these fights.
Hey,
and
I have
whenever
Nano Blade. Next fight, they might have trans.
Okay, I'm going now.
Are you ready?
You're powered up. Get in there.
very big sleep, big nade too.
I mean, tunable. Can you get a pick?
Pick, I got a pick.
Oh, just gotta wait out the bubble. Try not to panic when you have people on top of you. Big thing in this game is making sure that you're not panicking, because when you end up panicking, you make bad decisions. So if you have somebody straight up in your face, calm down, take deep breaths. You know, wait out the Zari bubble. Don't launch out sleep instantly if you see
Do
that
I
she is
have
bubble
time
up.
to wait out?
Yeah, you when you died there, you had actually died after the bubble had already gone. You had about a second there after bubble was gone.
Honestly, I hooked
If you would like, we can, that's something we can check in the replay afterwards. But yeah, I know I was watching for it.
Reaper. What? Alright. Someone's in trash. Someone call me garbage. Someone call me garbage. Someone call me garbage.
You're garbage, bro. You're hard garbage.
You're going to be okay.
Okay. Because,
All right. We've talked about on his nade tech with with using your ult charge to line up nades, right?
someone call me garbage, man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make sure you're looking to use that to just look for anti-nades in that fight when you're pretty far away from them. As remember, like kind of our main priority, the thing that we're trying to put most of our thought into is landing aggressive anti-nades, because if we're not, then we're not putting in like really any impact at all. If we're just flat out healing people, we're not really gonna get a whole bunch done. We're not gonna accomplish anything. We're just gonna keep people alive, and that's just the bare minimum. So if we're trying to carry, we want to be looking to land big fat anti-nades, and then we'll be
Okay.
able to carry off that. So we want to make sure that you're looking for that in the fight, by throwing one earlier in, looking to line it up, which you can get pretty decent nades in by just lining it up even from a distance.
Okay. I don't know if I should go Ana with a Zen though. That's a problem here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking of going this, because that's probably the better option, or Baptiste.
Yeah, well, you have another Ana right now, so.
Oh, okay. Maybe Baptiste is a better. Or no, Lucio.
Hmm?
Oh, my Lucio's garbage. Oh, I shouldn't have not speeded there. Oh well.
Yeah, you're good. Okay. Make sure you're on walls a lot more often. You should be looking to use walls to get around and do things. Lucio is gonna be wall riding probably like 60% of the time, because you get more speed. You is the big thing.
Head
You can
out.
get around from place to place, which means that you can do more things like boot people around, heal different people, feed your team around. Spamming your crossfade is only going to be useful if you're trying to mix up your movement. It's really not something you want to consistently be doing. Really when.
Speeding.
Oh, you're gonna look to just use speed when you're anytime you or your team's looking to move somewhere, and you're on heals every other time. Okay, so every time
Okay.
you're sitting in the same place, every time that you have or someone critical, then you're on heals. But if you or your team is in the process of getting from point A to point B, that's where you're on speed.
I'm up in. I hit the hook first.
Okay. Are you comfortable in Lucio as as a character?
No.
No.
But
Are you wanting to learn how to play Lucio?
yeah. But
I'm just asking because if you're not comfortable with him and you're also like not super interested in learning how to play him as a character, then there's no reason to force you onto characters that you aren't good at. It'd be better if you just played a character you know how to play.
okay.
But I mean, now you already have beat, and if you want to learn Lucio, then that's completely
Yeah.
fine. Right. So now right now we're thinking, what are we using beat for? Right. The kind of the same thing we do with Ana.
They just use Grav.
So then we might want to be reactionary with it. There's nothing big to save it for. So whenever we see a bunch of critical people. Yep. Now when we have beat, make sure you're staying on speed because nobody's really going to need healing because they all have so much health. Good aggression. Yep, good job speeding and amping in with the speed there.
Good job.
Good shit, Lucio. That's
I saved your life.
Yep. We talked about how to know when fights are won and lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know that you like to calm a decent bit. So something that you can try calming for your team is.
I think my com button's broken right now.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of like trying to make it work.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I'm just saying it. Just say.
Well, not on Ana, but I think it's mapped weird on Lucio, so it's not reacting.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's why.
basically, I'm just saying that like when you know that you've won on the fight, something you can call to your team is like we've won, then we're else. Or no souls we won, right? No souls we lost. That way your team's not over ulting and using, for example, use nano there after you already won the fight.
I know my role writing is really bad. I kind of play Lucio like Brikita. It's pretty bad. But
We should go on this bit. It's just straight.
waiting 3-2.
Next week. I have got them a Korean again.
I'm dead. Dang it.
we're actually the way better team. We just need to work together.
Okay.
This is not the time.
Gonna. Okay.
Push in.
Hold back and drop. Oh shit. Oh, this dude. Okay, let's go.
Go, 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 go.
Get this Zarya. Thank you, man.
Okay. Good kind of what do you call crossfade usage there. Okay, we're coming up on our beat here, so we're pressing tab and we're thinking to ourselves like, okay, is there an ultimate that we're going to need beat for in the near future?
Blade.
I think you went off the map.
Look at mine.
Good pick. Wait, 5 more seconds. 10 more seconds from now.
Just this glance, you'll be fine.
I'm down. Dude, this Reinhardt knows everything.
Okay, we'll go over this more after this game's done, but I'd probably say one of the bigger things when it comes to your wall riding is that we just don't stick next to walls, and then that just makes it much more difficult to get around. We do have, I think we have pretty decent wall riding once we're on walls, but we tend to walk around on the open, and then that just means that it's very difficult for us to get around the walls.
Wow.
Damn.
Guys. I'm stalling.
Let's up the tempo. Let's take it from the top. Nothing's gonna stop me.
All right. So,
Yeah.
last time during our last session, did we? I think we maybe might have briefly gone over Lucio wall
Yeah.
riding. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I just don't stick to walls. I'm like
Mm.
really bad.
yep. All right. So I'm going to be screen sharing here.
Okay.
This is not the time.
All right. I'm actually gonna. All right. I still hear the audio from here. Sorry. You watching?
Oh,
Yeah.
this is my jam.
All right, so we already went over last time how we should be riding on walls, right? We don't use left or right. We just look around with the camera. We press W the whole time.
Mhm.
Just keep in mind this is looking to be smooth. A lot of the time it's looking like when you're going to walls, you're like kind of going in and out with your camera, like you feel like you have to look at the wall, or something like that. Keep in mind, like you're trying to look parallel to the wall when we're going through. So we don't have to look at the wall at all to ride on the wall, but when we ride on walls, it's kind of like as if we go like this real quick and like we kind of look in and then look out. So just
Where?
what are you saying?
Oh, are you on something right now?
Oh yeah, I said I'm streaming.
Oh, wait. Where? Oh, there. There you are. Sorry.
Yep. All right. So
On Discord.
I'm saying what I was saying is that when you're looking to wall ride, I'm trying to find a smooth wall here so you can see this. You should be looking parallel to the wall. Okay, you should be just looking to go like this, and then that, and so you're looking like basically the direction that the wall is. When we're looking to wall, when you're wall riding, sorry, you seem to kind of look in and then out from the wall to where, because you maybe think that you have to look at the wall when you're wall riding, to where you go like this, and then you like kind of like look in and out or and stuff like that, and I think that makes it a little bit clunky. Just
Okay.
keep in mind we're just trying to go parallel, right? So parallel to whatever wall you're trying to go on here. Now the other thing is making sure just in total that we're staying near walls, okay? Because a lot of time we're kind of waltzing through the middle of the street here while we're just going like this, right? When this would be a lot more efficient if we just sticking on the left side here and we're just kind of going along this side, right? Because this is much faster. Just even like a little hop like this, right? Just gets us a lot of speed. Okay, just because that gives us the amp speed, right? And then we can even add in some hops in there too. So just make sure we're looking to stay near walls, and during pretty much most of the time we should be looking to stay near walls. There's only rare occasions that we shouldn't be near walls, but a lot of times it just kind of seems like we just kind of, speed waltz, just kind of walk through the middle. Like you said, we're playing like Brig, where we're just kind of waltzing around, right? So we're looking to use walls a lot more often, look to stay near walls, look to go parallel to the wall, and really just you can practice this in games if you want to. You can come practice this in the training range if you want to try it out, but you can also practice this just in quick play if you're just trying to get used to wall riding. I'm good at Lucio wall riding because literally I just learned how to do it because I just play Lucio like quick play and I meme around with him. Is like one of the biggest ways I just learned how to wall ride with Lucio. Is I just read it Lucio. So when
I
you,
just hard feed whenever I try to do that. I just die really fast and over and over and over.
yeah, well the thing to
So
remember.
I can't really,
The healing beat.
like, I know I have to do something like that to, because you have to be a duelist and you have to be, team Lucio and speed and everything.
Yeah, well, the thing is that we're not looking to, every time we're going on a wall, we're not looking to instantly run into 6 people. Like, we're not doing this just for the sake of running into their team, right? We're doing this to move from place to place, which allows us to boop people around. This allows us to get to teammates who are in need of healing, right? They're not in our range over there, but we can do this real quick, and now they are in our range, right? We can look to use this to just get around the map a lot easier, see things that are happening. Lucio think of Lucio when it comes to duels. Like, you said you have to look for duels. When you're on Lucio, you're essentially looking for opportunities, not
Yeah.
not really duels per se. You're looking for people who are low. You're looking for people who are out of position. You're looking for people who are near edges. You're looking for something that we can swoop in on and get an easy kill on. We're not looking to jump in at 6 people and die, right? And we're not looking to
Yeah, no.
jump in when we have the disadvantage in a duel. We're looking to jump in when we have the advantage because of the speed that we have. So I don't know, like, what's a good example of this, right? So if we see that there's like a sniper up here on the high ground, we can zoom in and get up to the sniper. We add boops, melees. Okay, when you're on Lucio, we're adding as many boops, melees as possible because that is a lot of consistent damage. So our kind of combo is going to be shoot, boop, shoot, melee, right? Or if whenever we're close to them, so we can kind of zoom in here, shoot, boop, shoot, and then melee whenever we're close there.
Because it does 20 each shot for headshots, and also it spams, I think, 4 or 5 each shot. Yeah. And if you land 2 consecutive things, it's
Yep. So like that's essentially, we should just look to get as many shots in as possible. We can also look to boot people up in the air because that makes it very easy to track, right? When we boot them up, we go like that. We know that they have to come down, right? So they're a little bit easier to get a handle on. Oh, I messed that boop. But we just add in as many boops and melees as possible, especially on the faster, harder targets to hit. We can do that.
Okay.
Right. No, I think that should be about it. I guess like the big thing is just like with your Ana gameplay is like, keep in mind, even the big thing with Ana is you're looking to get nades, and a lot of time we're not looking to get those nades, and then we're just not getting value.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, if you want to go ahead, you can get in a queue again.
Okay. Sorry. I have my niece and nephew over. Let's see. Okay. So let me see. Let me see. I'll try some Baptiste right now. I didn't see Ash.
The biggest thing with Lucio and Baptiste when it comes to just damage is just remembering the fact that we have burst guns. So we're looking to make sure we're landing all 3 shots on Baptiste and all 4 shots on Lucio, not just the first single shot. And that's,
didn't he get it 1 more shot?
Baptiste? No, Baptiste shoots faster now.
Oh, just shoots faster.
Yep, he shoots faster. They didn't add any extra shot.
Ah, man. Okay.
Okay, now this isn't necessarily happen because you play Ana and Ana doesn't need this, but make sure we're going on characters that can headshot, that we're always aiming head level. So we want to make sure that we're not just going for body shots because we're looking at their feet. We want to make sure that we're already aiming at their head.
Okay, no problem.
Traveling to Nepal. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Okay. So, Melon, Thrower, Diplo. Oh, Melon destroying. Thrower, okay. Hey, team.
Alright, so taking a look at our team comp, we got a Doomfist, Ashe, Zarya, Ryan. So Ashe, not a good target. Lucio, not a good nano target. Hog's decent, but we ought to make sure he's close range to people. Nano whole hog when he has his ult, it's probably gonna be better than a Reinhardt. So, but then Doom also has a little bit of range, so we really just have to. It's gonna be very situational. Yeah, but it's gonna be very situational with because we have a lot of good targets. Nano Bob might also be good, especially if we see that he's in a good position and they don't have anything to stop him, like a Nano or a Boop or something like that. Or sorry, not a Nano, like a Sleep. Okay, so that we see some dive characters, so we're gonna try to hold on to our nade and sleeps a little bit more since we know they're on dive. Okay, now that we know that they're on dive, we're gonna try to stick with our team as much as possible, or we're gonna try to sit as far away from everything as possible so that we're a hard dive target. So us being in the back here is a good idea. Okay, make sure we're grabbing the health pack. We're watching our HP. We don't want to be sitting at 80 HP. Nice sleep. Okay, coming up, or we have our Nano here, so next fight we're going to be looking to use it, so we're really just paying attention, like, is Doom getting super aggro, is Ryan super on top of them, we want to press tab, see where's Hog at his whole hog, what's Bob at. Okay, nice sleep, good attempt on the nade, just gotta look to be hitting this a little bit better.
He was kind of had bead on him.
Yep. Since we had already used sleep, we didn't have a way to stop it.
They're gonna have bombs soon.
Yep, try not to push back into the fight if you see that your team's still regrouping, right? And you might think that you're safe in spawn, but if they're all pushing up into your spawn, then that's no longer safe. Because then that just ended up you getting staggered there. With a monkey, wait until after he jumps to sleep him so that you're not getting thrown off by his jumps. We're getting a little bit outpaced here by our team. Make sure we're keeping up with them and we're not falling too far behind.
I'm kind of far behind you guys. I'll be right to you, Ryan, right now.
Yep, so pay attention to the aggression level of your team, right? If they're pushing forward, we need to push forward too. If they're backing up, we need to back up too. So that was the problem, like with us pushing forward and staggering, we went forward without our team, and then in that situation, we just didn't go forward when our team went in. We still have Nano, so make sure we're looking to use that. We have held on to that for like 2 fights yet so far. Okay, just keep in mind that Ryan isn't necessarily the best target to Nano when you see that they have a dive, right? Because he can't really keep up and swing on dive targets very easily. So you might have better luck nanoing something else, especially Nano Bob, or you don't have Ash anymore, but Nano Bob becomes a lot better if you see that they're on a dive, right? Because they're all fast, squishy targets.
Yeah, they were just wired on type, so that's why.
Okay, nice sleeps. You're landing a lot of consistent sleeps, so I like it. You just gotta look to get the same amount of value out of our nades.
This is going to hurt.
Okay, last fight, we're looking to use Nano there. Yep. Good job. Good target as well.
Go. I'll keep you healed.
Good job grabbing the health back there. Love when I see that, you know, mid-round improvement. Mention it the first time, didn't have to mention it a second time. Good round. Yeah, probably say one of the bigger points that round was making sure that we're keeping up with the aggression. We're paying attention to the aggression that our team has, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Lucio, I'll race ya.
Oh, you're on. Can't keep up?
Then stay out of our way.
And they say chivalry
Justice
is dead.
delivered. Justice delivered. You know nothing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Hello there.
Hello. Check this out. I will keep you healed. I've seen worse. You're going to healing boost. Die Peter.
The objective is now active.
Name. Get healed. You're covered. Touchdown.
All right, when you were walking into that fight, no one's low on your team, no one's low on the enemy team. I want the first thing in your mind to be, I want to look for a nade, right? That's called a neutral fight. The first fight is always a neutral fight. Nobody has ultimates. Nobody's low HP to start off there. Everyone's coming in at the exact same time, so us getting a nade is the deciding factor in how,
Okay.
like us getting impact there. So we need to make sure that we're looking for a nade there.
I have your back.
Okay, coming up on our ult here, so we're pressing tab, going, okay, like what ults does our team got? Okay,
Are they gonna have Blade this fight?
I doubt it. Genji died pretty early.
okay. Now that they're not on a dive, you can probably look to Nano, Reinhardt, or Doomfist when they go in aggressively. Whoever's being more aggressive, probably.
I've seen worse. You're going to live.
Good repositioning up on the high ground in between that fight.
You're powered up. Get in there. I will keep you healed.
Yep, team's getting aggressive, push forward with them, or at least get in position. Yep, good thing that you did there. Okay, what is
You're on a town?
what is the purpose of a choke? Or what does a choke do?
I don't know. I can't really think.
Alright, yeah, that's fine.
It's a oppressive map.
Yep, it's oppressive. It specifically does something to like the characters who are trying to walk through it. We can talk about this afterwards. That's fine.
I have your back.
Very, very nice. Okay, up against the Reaper, make sure that you're holding onto your nade for after they use their Wraith. Because otherwise he just kind of Wraiths out of it, and you don't get any value out of it.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Nice sleep.
Die
Hello there.
Ryan, you're too forward. I can't.
Yep. Make sure that if we see our tanks are pushing forward, we go on and push forward with them, right? Because otherwise we're crossing through open area without them, and we're making it so that we can't really see them. So that's not Reinhardt's fault for pushing forward, it's our fault for not going forward with him. Want to cross chokes in open areas with our tanks.
Our Zarya wasn't going with him either.
Oh, well,
was any of the...
Well, then that's the entire team's fault in that case. It's your job as the team to walk forward with the Reinhardt. So just, I guess, as a mental thought here, or what do you call this, like something to think through here is, at what point are you supposed to walk through if not when your Reinhardt says to? Right. The Reinhardt is who dictates when we're going through choke, and if we're saying no, Ryan, I don't want to go with you, then that means that now Reinhardt's in by himself and doesn't get healed, and now we don't have a shield to walk through.
If I'm walking, if it's just me and Ryan, then I'm the off tank.
No, we're not. We're not the off tank. Our off tank.
Well, I mean, if our off tank's not going in front of me, then I'm having bad position because of the mistake of my off tank.
No, because of the fact that we have a shield, we're not really going to be taking the damage. In fact, it's probably less damage than if we try to walk through by ourselves. And us going to encourages our team to walk through even more because they see more people walking through choke rather than just one Reinhardt walking through choke. It's the hesitation of our entire team that causes everybody else to fall back. It's the same thing's going through Zarya's head, where Zarya's going, oh, well, Ana didn't walk through, so maybe I shouldn't have walked through too, right? Then now it's Ryan's fault, right? We're all placing the blame on Reinhardt when Reinhardt's quite frankly making the right decision.
Oh my god.
Hey, good nade. Make sure we kind of putting ourselves in line of sight of our team, so if we see they're all left side, we gotta go left side with them, or at least to match their line of sight. Yep, I'd probably say the biggest thing this game is that we're just kind of out of sync with our team. $70 to our nano, so we're pressing tab now that since we're in between a fight and going, okay, what's Reaper at? What's Hog at? Reaper's nowhere close, so we might want to go for maybe someone like Monkey. Unfortunately, got grabbed, but good nano.
I forget. I was trying to back up into the mega, but
Yep. Some deaths don't. There's nothing really to learn from, right? That's probably one of those. Probably like 75% of deaths there is something that you can improve on, but that's one of the cases where you got double ulted. Your ult got canceled because it got that he got grabbed, so you didn't really make too many wrong plays there. Okay, good job watching where your team's looking to go.
Mercy, maybe stay with Farah. I got the team.
Very good nade. Got 2 antis and a support on your Monkey. Okay, yep. We left our impact on that fight, right? We landed the nade, saved Monkey, got 2 purples. So you can just see every time that we get those nades, you see the immediate ripple effects of the impact. Okay, so we're pressing tab, right? We're 80. We're in between every single fight. I want to see a tab press, right? We're trying to pay attention to what ults we have. Did the enemy team swap any characters? Did we swap any characters? Okay, nice sleep. Good nano to save your monkey. Make sure you're trying to nano nade the ground. I think we thought that we had sleep.
Yeah, basically.
I'm not ready to hang it up.
Probably should have swapped to Lucio or Moira.
Walk it off.
All right.
Science will reveal the truth.
It's high tide.
This will restore you.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right. So now that I guess I'll stream real quick and we'll just talk for a bit. I don't think we have enough time for another comp game, but
No.
we'll review some stuff and go over some stuff. So I guess back to my main point of what is the purpose of a choke. The purpose of a choke, right? So a choke being any close space, right? Any close quarters that somebody has to pass through is to funnel a team, right?
Yeah. Funnel a team through.
Yep, and it groups them up closer because they have to push through it, and it's a small area.
Yeah.
Yep. So this is the perfect opportunity when a team is crossing through the choke to look for antis and sleeps because that's when they are the most grouped up, right? So if we land in, it's the easiest time to land an anti and a sleep, and it's also going to be the time that we're getting the most value, right? Because they're all grouped up. So there were a lot of times on second point particularly where they're all walking through the choke point, and we're not looking for nades, we're not looking for sleeps, and it's just we're not being aggressive enough with it when we should be looking to just like sit back here and chuck a nade in, right, at the choke, and we're gonna see a lot of value out of that. So that's probably one of the bigger points I was trying to get at there. I'd probably say during that game, we were just very out of sync with our team, both in our aggression versus their aggression, with what we talked about with walking through with our tank. Do you or we still have a couple minutes, so do you want to give me the replay code to that game and we can maybe go through different points on it?
Yeah, especially yeah. Let's see. I thought I did okay. I'm not. What do I think? I think. Yeah, we were out of sync because I felt like
Traveling to Nepal.
I wasn't in position to support my DPS in certain areas, and then they would die early, and then they would have the man advantage, and they could push with thing. Also, there was a lot of flanks that got a lot of value because we were heading in one area, and then they would come around the other, and there wasn't any like other scouting that was saying like, hey, they're going around in that area. And so
when we know ended up yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Like I remember one of my deaths, like, I was trying to support my my Winston with everything, and then both of their DPS came around the right side and just flanked me, and I was just dead. So
It seems to me like we have the expectation that our team should be communicating with us, which I don't
Well,
think.
it's not true in rank, but like that would have saved. Be what would have saved that
Yeah,
game.
which we always have to. That is 100%. Yeah, communication would have helped there, but we shouldn't have the expectation that communication is going to come, and therefore we should be watching those flanks, being more aware of the flanks through both glancing at them, but then also with our ears and paying attention to them.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we're sticking when we know that they're on like a dive, for example. We're sticking with our team a lot more, and we're saving our abilities for ourselves a lot more. Because if we're a good dive target, they're going to be coming to us, right? So we need the nade to keep ourselves alive, and we can use it to purple them when they come in on us, and we can also use sleep when they come in on us, and then that saves their life, right? So there's a bunch of different things that we're now changing up our playstyle over, and we shouldn't have the expectation ever that our team should do something, right? That
Okay.
expectation is going to tilt us. It's going to make us feel like it's our team's fault, which it might be your team's fault, but it doesn't matter because your
Yeah, it
team's always going to
doesn't.
change.
Yeah.
The only throughout all of your games, right? You're a silver border. Throughout every single one of your games, the only consistent factor is you, right?
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
other factor is always going to change. You're always going to get different teammates. So teammates don't matter, right? Even if they're trash, even if they lost you the game, you should still be looking at
Well,
your own kind of what you were doing.
yeah, no. And hmm, yeah, you're right. I was just trying to think of the macro perspective of like if we did one thing different would have like what would have changed the outcome from a macro level,
Yeah,
you know?
which is always all right, but we just can't be thinking, putting the main blame on our team, even if they deserve it, or putting because we always have to be looking at ourselves and what we could have done better, because that's the only productive way to look at
Well,
the game.
like again, like, you're right. If I was more aware or if I would have saved sleep for was more defensive with my cooldowns or like there's a million things. Just awareness or cooldown usage, I could have maybe. Well, I don't know if I could have. Well, no, I couldn't.
You
Yeah,
couldn't. You couldn't what?
well, I don't currently have the information to what I could have done different in that particular situation with Hog,
Well,
but
which
maybe
which
I was
particular
making
situation are we referring to?
So it was towards the end of the game on last point. Um, I was trying to get as much
Before or
heals
after
into
this?
my before that. Yeah, I think because it was before I died. Yeah, kind of there. Ish. Our Winston was already in the fight.
Yep.
They were fighting on lower right, and so this is like peace. It's like right after this. Our hog jumps in. He's fighting there.
I have your back.
Yeah, our hog's fighting over there. I could have been in position, I guess. I nano him. Tried to nade the McCree just to get some damage off. I tried to sleep the monkey. Give our hog some space. Then I get bladed here. Yeah. That's. I think that cost us the fight.
Because of what mistake on your part?
I didn't save sleep, or I didn't ult track good enough.
Yeah, if we knew that they have blade, that's a situation where you might want to save sleep. Using nade here is also another thing, but like in general, I probably wouldn't say this is the biggest mistake that we made all game. This is a mistake, but like this is a
Isn't
mistake
that the
that
one that cost all game though?
this is well, we still have 60 seconds left in the game, right? This one mistake, this is only a single mistake, whereas we made a lot of mistakes, right? I think
Yeah, no.
I probably say like one of the biggest things like we were talking about is the fact that we were out of sync a lot of times with our team, right? We're like here, like we're walking back in when we see that we have only two people there, right? We have 2 people in spawn running away. We should chill right here and just like basically just like sit up here on this corner right here, you know, like on this, and just shoot it, like scope in on the Reinhardt, right? There's no reason for us to push forward here. Yeah, we push forwards, and then we end up getting bombed, right? And then this kills us, right? So we just push forward too far. We come back into this next fight, and here in this fight, right, we see our team going forward aggressively, and we just don't follow, right? So Ryan charges that way. We hide from Monkey. We see Diva. Okay, they both walk away, and we still hesitate here, right? So we're just a little bit slow, right? Just a little bit of slowness, because we see the tanks means that we're now out of sync of our team, and we're coming in late. Okay, that was the big thing on that point. Next
But
step.
like, if I would have died there, then we might have lost altogether.
Yep, died to the Monkey and the Diva.
Well, the Diva alone. Like, if I went out
but we saw a
couple
booster.
seconds
We saw a booster
sooner.
away. Is what.
But if I made a noise, she could have turned around and then just. I didn't have cooldowns to kill her.
Does us walking forward make too much of a noise? Like that much? Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to live in that situation. So shouldn't I like last time? Shouldn't I try to prioritize my life over?
Well, I think
whatever.
The difference is last time we're running into people to try to save teammates. This is an example where Diva sees us, Diva shoots at us. She knows we're here. She just shot at us, right? So we see, and then we see her walk away. Right? We don't really need to hesitate because we see them walk away from us. If Diva's gonna come on us, she wouldn't have walked away. Right? She knew we were there. So this is the situation where we still win the fight, but this is just another example of where we're slightly out of sync with our team, with our team, or we're just backing off slightly. Okay, so moving on. In this fight here, this is where I would have liked to see us, for example, in this first fight, I would be looking to get as left as possible and position somewhere over here, or even probably not up here because that'd be too dangerous, but somewhere on this bridge here, or the stairway, and be looking to get a nade in, because what do they have to block a nade?
Sorry, a bubble.
Okay, that's 1 out.
And
what, 2 out?
Deflect.
Okay, it's 2 out on bubbles, right? Deflect is very easy to dodge, and he has used it, right? So now they have no abilities to stop it, right? So
also just my team getting in front of it, and
which is why we moved left, right? Which is why we moved to the left side, and we watch where our team's at. So this is a very, very easy team composition to land a nade on, and it's just the fact that we don't really attempt to. We don't look for it. And even if they were on, for example, let's say they had double shield, I'd still be looking for a nade here. Right? Because right now nade's not needed on our teammates. Is there any teammate who's in need of nade? Right, we're not in need of nade. No one's on our team's in need of nade. So therefore, our biggest priority is looking to nade the enemy team. Because that is how we have impact. No one needs healing. Nobody is in need of burst healing. Right. So biggest priority here is landing that nade. Okay. Moving forwards. Right. This is the choke I'm talking about here. When we come to high ground, and we're just looking in. When they're trying to pass through choke, we scope in. We line up bolt charge with choke. We toss in a nade right as we see them trying to cross. Okay. Skipping forward here a little bit. Coming to, where was it, when Reinhardt tries to walk through choke here?
Yeah, that's probably good.
Right, so we see Reinhardt and Zarya push forwards. Okay, we want to be pushing forward with our tanks if we see them pushing forwards. Now Tracer's in there, Ryan's in there.
I think I just saw like 3 or 4 on the right, and Ryan's on the left chasing the Reaper.
The other thing that we do is we position ourselves on the left instead of the right side, which means that we're also not able to see Reinhardt. Like right here, we can even see Reinhardt as well.
Yeah, I could have positioned on the other side of the wall and be able to help Ryan more.
Yep.
Okay, that's true. Tried to save him there. Anyway, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so we're pretty much out of time for this session, but I'd probably say main points are going to be making sure you're syncing up with their team, you're having the same aggression level as them, you're trying to put yourself in line of sight of them at all times, push in when they push in, back off when they back off. And also, probably the second biggest thing, and this is a really, really big thing here, is make sure you're actively looking to land anti-nades, because that's how you're going to get a value on Ana. That's how you're going to get frags. I think besides that, we're hitting shots pretty decently. We're hitting sleeps very, very well. Our sleep usage is very, very good at the moment. We didn't struggle with just landing normal shots. But I think there's just a lot of decision-making things and nade usage that needs work on.
Okay. So I'll try to manage my aggression and also try to manage syncing up with my team. Okay.